Good morning. We are almost at the end of September, which is kind of crazy to believe, but the garden is just so pretty. I've added some fall color, got some lettuces and some red mustard coming up that are doing so well. The lettuce is just doing great because of the cooler temperatures. So let me show you some of this. These tomatoes, while they are not putting off very many red tomatoes, they're doing really well. Not sure how long they're going to stay there, but I did add some fall color over here. I love mums. Check out the beautiful red mustard. I just harvested some of that. Still have peppers that I planted earlier. Still have green peppers coming on, so I'm really excited about those as well. Here, these are the lunchbox peppers that were in with the squash that was over here. They are still producing. This one produces tiny little orange peppers. They're absolutely adorable, like the size of my thumb. Here we've got more red mustard, we've got more lettuce coming up. The other end was the spinach, did not come up very well. We've got some radishes and some turnips over here, and the rest of this didn't come up so well. It was just kind of a trial and error, just wanting to see what would come up. Got some, looks like maybe some carrots over on that end, not very many. Here is doing phenomenal. I mean, look how beautiful. I'm not sure what I did. I did something right because there's not very many pests on it, so I'm really glad about that. I did have some kale over here that I just picked. Cabbage on the other side is not doing so well. But look at this beautiful little sunflower coming up that I planted. It was the only one that came up. I have been doing some trial and error this year. Trial and error this year. I've been planting things that I don't normally plant. Planting things later than I normally plant. Like in now, almost October, I wouldn't even have probably anything in the garden other than it just like dying tomato plants. So this is something totally new for me. I'm really loving it though. I've got new plans for next year and some plans for over the winter possibly. So here I've got more, I believe these are turnips maybe. These are the turnips. Those others were radishes. Got some turnips and some more kale coming up, and then my beautiful beets. I cannot wait. I've got another week or two before I'm gonna pick some of these, harvest some of them, and then I can just leave them in the ground, I'm pretty sure, and harvest them as I go. But these I love. So another thing that I planted new this year was the beets that I just showed you, and I love them. I don't really think I ever thought about eating beets before. You know, it's an older food that my grandma ate and canned, and I just thought they were gross and never having tried them. So I planted beets. They are great for you. They're good at detoxing your liver, and they help with that. And so I make it into a salad with carrots. So I make like a root vegetable slaw. So it's really good. And a crazy asparagus bed. Cannot wait to harvest this next year. I did harvest a little bitty piece off of it and ate it raw, and that's probably how I will eat it. But yeah, I still have these crazy beefsteak tomatoes coming. They're still producing. Well, they're still producing green. They have blooms, but I haven't yet got a tomato off of those since maybe once since I skinned them back. Poor little acorn squash did get eaten by squash bugs, and have a watermelon over here and another one way back there that we planted just to see, you know, if we could get something off of them. Old seed, trying stuff out. But if you look here, this is my second planting of cucumbers, and over there as well, and as you can tell, they don't look super healthy. They're not doing too bad, but the squash bugs, they will not go away, and it is the end of September. So everything I have watched, listened to, and read, you know, says that your second planting of zucchini, squash, and cucumbers should be pretty good because no squash bugs. Well, evidently it is a bad year for them because I still have them. I cannot seem to get rid of them. They say they have one life cycle. Well, there must be a lot of them here because I keep finding babies and I keep finding big ones, and they just will not go away. I don't know what the deal is. So I'm just kind of looking. I was looking every day, picking them off, spraying them. Now I'm just kind of looking every other day. If I find some, I find some. If not, I'm still getting some cucumbers. It's going to be we're probably going to have a first frost in October, which is going to kill them anyways, so we'll see how it goes. Here's my new zucchini plants, which I will check because it looks like that one definitely has something possibly on it. But I've just got some more flowers and some squash planted, and then my okra that I've never eaten raw. And we're gonna see if it actually produces. It's supposed to, and I think it's this one variety is frost hardy. So we will see how it is. And then you've got the chickens. They know that I pick stuff and toss it over to them, so they are patiently waiting on me. I will definitely start my tomatoes from seed next year. They have done so well. Let me show you. All these tomatoes. Most of these are cherry tomatoes and chocolate cherry tomatoes with some heirloom ones back in the back. But as you can see also, there are pole beans all over them. There are tomatoes under there, and they have actually came, you can see the leaf here, they've actually came over to this row as well. So I can't get down the middle or on the other side anymore. They're just kind of going crazy. Something I have learned this year is to try new things. Try planting things I don't like because I just might like them. Try planting new things later. Try fall harvesting, which actually I'm really enjoying this fall garden. I'm gonna try to start my garden a little earlier next year. I've got the greenhouse now, and I'm gonna do some things in there. I have a shade cloth that I can put on there so it won't be so hot in the towards the end of summer. But I've also got a cold frame that I'm wanting to do. I have the window over by the house, I've kind of left it there to kind of see if I wanted it there or not. And then we do have something else that we're doing. We're gonna attempt to do. So I needed dirt for some of my raised beds, and our son got most of the dirt from behind the barn where the goats were, where we clean out and put the manure and stuff like that. So he got a lot of that, but this is our plan now. Some of the dirt from here. So this is behind the garden back here where the chickens are right now. And so we've got this strip here that he took down, tilled, and took some dirt off. And so the plan is to put a Walipini here. We're gonna have to cut down some trees so this is not completely shaded. So we'll be cleaning all of this out. It's crazy. Probably could put the goats over here. We have done that before and they've cleaned it out. So the plan is to make a double. Go ahead and do another row to the side and till this, and then scoop it out as we go. Actually, as my son does that, and my husband probably, but to do that and get it down as far as we can, because we don't have an excavator and I really don't want to shovel all that, but we're gonna attempt to do a Walipini. And if you don't know what a Walipini is, it's an I don't know what language it is, but it means warmth, from what I've been reading. And it is actually an underground greenhouse that you can grow in all year round. You can actually grow citrus supposedly in these underground greenhouses. So that's kind of cool. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But if we do get it done, I am totally getting a citrus tree of some sort, like lemon, and I am gonna try it. I'm gonna kind of see what, how to keep the temperature like it's supposed to be, but I hope to document this journey of this Walipini and totally share this with you because I have been intrigued with this for a while. I've really wanted a high tunnel, but you can't grow in that necessarily all year round. I think it takes a little bit more effort to do that, but this one, with it being so far down in the ground, it actually keeps it warm down past the frost line. So we're gonna see how it works. And if you know me, if you've been watching, and if you've been following me for very long, you know that I'm very frugal. I don't want to spend a lot of money on it. So hence the tilling and scraping of the dirt away. We don't want to have to rent anything if we don't have to, because we do not personally have an excavator. So we're going to try it and see, and I am going to be excited to share that journey with you.